Hello my friends, Resident Evil here. So the Street Fighter 6 closed beta will be coming up this weekend, and for those of you who weren't already aware, I was chosen to participate. Now it's no secret that I don't really have much love for Capcom lately, especially when it comes to Street Fighter, which really makes the whole fact that I was chosen for the beta in the first place all the more surprising. So I thought I would take this opportunity to discuss how exactly I got to this point, and how I would handle my initial thoughts and reviews of Street Fighter 6 after playing the beta, seeing as how this will be my first hands-on with the game ever. To begin with, we have to go all the way back to the launch of Street Fighter V. Of course, coming off of the excitement of Ultra Street Fighter 4, and being as naive as I was back then, naturally, I pre-ordered the game and got it day one. Believe me, it's something that I'm not proud of to say, and I still regret doing it to this day. We all have those horrible memories of how terrible Street Fighter V's launch was with no arcade mode. The only single player mode was the unfair survival mode, fight money, horde online, and no punishment for people who bailed on a match early. Furthermore, for me, coming from a game like Ultra Street Fighter 4 to Street Fighter V, there was a rather significant shift in the way the game felt when I played it. When I played USF4, there was a genuine energy. Every element to the game had soul to it. Even when I was losing to people online, I was still having fun playing the game. But I didn't get that with Street Fighter V. Everything felt off. The characters, the stages, the music, the gameplay, every single element of Street Fighter V felt like the life was just drained out of it. The soul was just non-existent. Playing Street Fighter V started to become more like a chore rather than something to enjoy. Back when I played Ultra Street Fighter 4, I had 5 characters that I used to main: Ken, Dan, Guy, Ibuki, and Fei Long. In Street Fighter V, however, I only mained one character, Ken. Even though some of the characters from USF4 made it over to Street Fighter V, I didn't even want to bother moving on to them because the way that playing Ken felt made me so disinterested in moving on to other characters. I basically dropped the game entirely after only playing it for about a month. It certainly didn't help that Capcom announced Arcade Edition a year later, giving people who hadn't bought Street Fighter V yet all the characters from both Season 1 and 2 at a lower price, while those of us who had bought the game day one didn't get shit. Now, if Capcom had said at the time, "Hey guys, for those of you who bought the game at launch and paid full price, we're going to give you all the characters from Season 1 and 2, plus all costumes and colors free of charge, just as an apology to say, we messed up the launch of the game and we're sorry," that might have gotten me back into playing the game again. But of course, that didn't happen. And Capcom continued making questionable decisions for this game ever since. Sure, ultimately, they had gotten rid of Yoshinori Ono, thank God, but the damage had already been done. And by that point, even when Season 5 was announced and Dan was returning as a part of it, my interest in the game was completely wiped out. Which brings us to the present day. When it comes to Street Fighter 6, I've been approaching it with a form of pessimistic caution, or cautious pessimism, however you choose to look at it. When watching the trailers and videos of gameplay, there were some things that I liked and didn't like, and many decisions which I believed were rather questionable, like for example not showing off Ken right away, and I find the whole FGC commentator feature to be rather pointless. But I told myself I wanted to give Street Fighter 6 a fair shake. However, that would ultimately depend on if I actually got a chance to get my hands on it and play it through a demo or beta, which would make or break my decision to purchase this game. And now, I have that chance. I understand that there are still many people who are on the fence about purchasing Street Fighter 6, and that a lot of those people who won't get a chance to participate in the closed beta this weekend. I want to take this moment to make a promise to those of you who follow me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, watch my streams, and watch my videos. I've been in the FGC for a long time, pretty much since the beginning. I've never really been a high-profile figure in the community, and quite frankly, I don't really want to be. I've always been a ground-level member of the FGC, and that's what I prefer to remain. I'd rather be surrounded by friends than by followers or worshippers. I'm not going to come to you guys after I finish playing the beta going, "Oh my god, you guys, this game is the best game ever. You all need to pre-order this game and get it day one. Buy all the DLC and the costumes. If you don't, you're a loser. Hype, 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 hype." No. No. I am not under any obligation by Capcom or any other company. I am not getting a paycheck from Capcom to say anything positive about Street Fighter 6. What I am going to do is give you my 100% honest rundown and opinions of the Street Fighter 6 closed beta. I am not going to tell you whether or not you should pre-order or purchase Street Fighter 6 because I shouldn't. It is not my place to do so. I want you to form your own opinions, to make your own decisions. What I will try to do is to give you enough information necessary to make that informed decision so you can decide whether or not you want to go through with your purchase of Street Fighter 6. And I want to tell you right off the bat, you absolutely do not need to buy fighting games on the day of release. If you feel that you have to, then you are certainly welcome to do so. But fighting games change all the time with patches, updates, new characters, mechanics, and so on. And even still, other people getting their hands on a fighting game before you do doesn't mean that they will be better at that game. Players develop their own particular style when they play, even if they choose the exact same character. Someone who just picked up the game could change everything when fighting against someone who's been playing for a year. It is absolutely possible. But I digress. As usual, I will be using my Wii U Pro controller to play the Street Fighter 6 closed beta via 8-bit DOE adapter. It operates off of exit-put protocols, so there shouldn't be any issues with the controls. If there is, I also have a Mad Catz PS3 gamepad and a PS4 Ori Fighting Commander to fall back on. I'll mostly be trying out and using Ken for the majority of the beta, but I might dip my toes into some other characters as well if I feel like it. The beta starts on Friday, October 7th at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I won't be streaming immediately at that time, but I will be streaming at different times throughout the weekend on my Twitch and here on my YouTube channel. Be sure to follow my YouTube and my Twitch at twitch.tv/resident_Stevel. And if you guys want to keep track of when I'm going to be streaming the closed beta, you can follow my Twitter at twitter.com/resident_Stevel_. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys online.